What is going on, guys? Las Vegas, Nevada. Welcome to Happy Hour Live. I am pulling maintenance. I've been doing maintenance for the last I don't even know how long, and now it's time for maintenance for me. I've got some regular coffee. We're just doing the regular coffee thing because I am at Boulder Station, right down the road from Thousand Trails, where I am hanging out. And I have had a lot of visitors this week. It has been awesome, and so glad to have you guys along. I didn't want to do the live from the Thousand Trails because there is a lot of people there, and I just thought, you know what, let's just go to Boulder Station and we'll do the live there. So how are you guys doing? Happy Hour Live, we do this every week, and we talk about full-time RV living. And oh, I already see one name in the road. Oh, Home on the Road. That is Dawn and Rick, and they came and they actually left a card on my table by the coach. I got that this morning, and you know what? Oh, there we go. I was going to say my computer is still acting up, guys. I am still fighting computer problems, including I was almost afraid I wasn't going to be able to pull the live off tonight. But looks like Tom and Lori have got the first in the chat. Hi guys, they've got firsts. They've got dibs on first. Got to hang out with them, and Jim and Sue came over and we had pizza, and that was awesome. Oh, we're gonna miss you tonight. Somebody had to leave, I think. I must have missed that comment because I see they said they're going to miss me tonight. Maybe they're off doing something, so hopefully it is something fun. So WCRV Adventures is in the house. RV Living Life, Gary and Carol, how you guys doing? Oh my gosh, Jim Bertrand is in the house. Karen's new journey. Hi, Miss Karen. We have missed you. You haven't been around for a while, and it's nice to see you in the room. Glad to have you here. Let's see. We've got. Is that gonna wrap it up? I think I see a lot of names. You guys have been talking and chatting, and I'm sorry if I miss it, but so glad that you guys can be here. I'm just kind of scrolling through. Justin and Christina are in the house. When are you guys going to do a live? Gosh darn it, waiting for a live from you guys. And whoa, Nellie is in the house. It's so glad to have you guys here. I'm going to take off my glasses so I can actually read your comments. And we'll get to Nomad News, but you know, Nomad News, we're just going to touch on it a little bit, and let's see if I can just tease this one a little bit. I'm losing my coffee here. There we go. Just to tease you a little bit, will vaccine passports become part of RV travel life? And you know, we're not going to answer that question tonight, but we're going to talk about it a little bit because there is a good article on Forbes that came out. Read that, and boy, it is sure leading that way, but we'll talk about that tonight. So how are you guys doing? Gosh darn it, it has been one of those weeks. Looks like Brian's birthday. Whoa, Nelly, same day as somebody. No, we're not. I'm not even going to put that up there. No, you guys stop. You know who put that out? That was Tom and Lori put that out. We got together with them, and I wasn't telling anybody, and it was kind of, it was a slip. It was a slip. You know what we were talking about? We were talking about age-qualified resorts and getting into those, and I said, yep, and finally I qualify. So if you know what the normal age is for age-qualified resorts, I do finally qualify to get into those. We haven't had any problem getting into those. That is you see that a lot, especially down here in the Southwest and Florida. 55 and over is what they say, and I've never had a problem checking into a park. So that was Thankfully, I think that is a written, unenforced rule. I think they just keep it on hand, but I don't know how that works actually. But oh, let's see what you guys are doing here. See if I can read back. So Brian's birthday is the same day as you, Dave. Happy belated birthday to Brian, and glad to have you. That's Wonelli there. So, and no, you didn't say the date. I am Aries, though. We'll say that. How's that, guys? Yeah. Karen's New Jersey says, yeah, just a guideline. Yeah, it is. Sometimes I think they make these rules just so they have something if they decide they want to discriminate, they want to keep you from coming into their park. They put that on there. So I am doing a different. I've got the same earpiece mic. Still having problems with the mic. I have not come up with a better mic setup. Hopefully the wind is okay. I have put, and this is for Miss Lori out there, I have put a mic muff on it, and we'll see. I had to kind of do an impromptu mic muff on there, but hopefully that'll keep the wind off of it. So if you saw that last week, guys, it has just been a mess trying to get this live off without a good working mic, and I am so sorry to you guys. I have not come up with a good solution for a mic. So I see lots of birthday wishes. Thank you, Jim Bertrand, WCRV Adventures. You guys actually texted me. That was I blame Tom and Lori for putting that out there on their Saturday video, but that's okay. The cat's out of the bag. So I am getting older. I'm sure you were getting into the bar when you were 15. I was not. You know what? I had a baby face when I was 15, and you would think with my height, because I was tall, you would think that I could have been the one that went in and bought the beer for the group of teenagers. I was not, unfortunately. It would not fall on my end. I did have trouble with that, and almost got in a little bit of trouble once upon a time. But that's another story for another day. So. Love the mic muff. Excellent fix, and it seems to be working. I am so glad. We don't have as much wind today, but boy, we just had a comedy of errors last week. If you were able to hang through that one last week, thank you so much. If you haven't seen the one from last week, don't go back and see it. I went and watched it. You guys are terrific. You hung in there through that, but it was just awful. So I'm really glad. I'm really glad to have you guys as friends and stick through that, even though it was so awful. So thank you guys. Thank you. Gosh, what did we do this week? So I have been working on maintenance, and I've been lazy, guys. Honest to God, I have just been lazy, and it's different when you're not a couple. It's different when you don't have somebody there that kind of shares the adventure. So I haven't gone out and explored a lot, and I'm kind of learning. I'm learning how to do this, and I'm sure Miss Karen is going through the same thing. So wish her well out there, guys, because I'm sure she's got a new RV. She's got a lot going on to try to figure that out, and exploring is probably one of the last things. But hopefully, she is able to get out there and go do that stuff. But yeah, it is different. You go to these different places, and when you're not a couple, you don't have that input to say, hey, why don't we go over and see this or that? And couple that with, I've just had a comedy of errors or maintenance issues to take care of. One of them was planned. I finally did 2 hours ago, guys. It was these hands had oil and grease and everything else on them. I got done with the whole oil change, fuel filters, and lubing the chassis. It took me all day to get that done, but I got that done. But I was a little late. It was 3 o'clock by the time that I got done. It was 4 o'clock by the time I finally got all the oil and grease cleaned off of me. So I apologize if you see some grease on me. I did try to wash it all off. I did try to take a shower, but that is RV life for me. No zip line for your birthday, Dave? Question mark. Yeah, no, I thought maybe we'd make that happen one of these days, and there are a couple out there. So there's one down at Fremont Street I absolutely love, and if I were to choose one, I'd probably go down there and do that. If you're not familiar, Fremont Street has the covered. I don't know. It is like a Trinitron TV all the way down over the whole strip of Fremont Street, and they have zip lines that are way up there by the screens, and you can ride all the way across to the other end of Fremont Street on zip lines. It looks like an absolute blast. I haven't decided if I have the guts to do that, and this is an Army guy here, guys. I'm pretty fearless. I ride motorcycles. I'm not afraid to, possibly crash every now and then. It doesn't really bother me. But those zip lines, yeah, those take you got to let go and just go for it. So I haven't, quite gone there yet. But thank you, Jim. I appreciate that question. Oh, Miss Karen did my first generator oil change. Good for you. That is awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, no, it is one of those things that comes along with RV life. Yeah, there it is right there. WCRV Adventures, Wayne and Carrie. Maintenance, maintenance, maintenance. It seems like it never ends. It really doesn't. We'll always be there. Need to take time to smell the roses. Yeah, absolutely. And I need to remember that, and that is something that I need to work on. But it has kept my mind busy working on computers and working on the microwave. Got 4 new tires on the back end of the coach. And today getting that oil change done, it's been one of those things that I did do the generator. Oh my gosh, I did that last summer, and I knew I was a few thousand miles before I was going to need to do that. When I figured I would do it when I got to Quartzsite. Then I got to Yuma. I still hadn't done it. I had kind of put it off, and finally here in Vegas, I just said, you know what, I got to make that happen. So yeah, Jim, yeah, I have not learned to use the rubber gloves when changing changing oil. Me neither. Yeah, I've been doing it all my life, and I've never worn the rubber gloves, and I really should. I know that is a big deal, and I clean up well, though. I clean up well. It turned out okay. Did I win at the big tables for 4 tires? Yeah, big bucks. I'm going to give a shout out to my brother, and I don't see him here today, but he does work in the tire industry, and I don't want to say what the name of the tire company is because I haven't really discussed it with him, but I thank him for that because I went in for 1 tire on his recommendation, and before I knew it, he basically told the guy in the background or over the phone, I want you to just replace the 4 backs. And so thank you, brother. That's Dale and Sherry. If you see them in there, say hi. And I don't see them today, but so yeah, Shauna Kraft says she's got to do the oil change on hers. So yeah, HC Carefree Highway, how you doing? Doug D is in the house. I need 6. I don't know. I missed the first part of that. So yeah, so now I am good. I don't know about you guys. What do you do on if you have a diesel pusher, what is your maintenance interval? I do go 6,000 miles on my oil changes for my pickup that is something that I kind of changed over the years because, the increase in the quality of oil, it really doesn't break down like it does. That was, you see the, back in the day when we learned how to do that, it was, oh my gosh, WC RV Adventures, you guys didn't have to, but you did. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Towards the zip line. You are going to make me do that zip line, aren't you? That is no fair. Okay. I will take it. Thank you. That is awesome. So yeah, we'll see if we can't make that happen. Yeah, Shauna Crafts is giving a whoa, Nelly. So yeah, and with the coach, now the coach takes 6 gallons of oil to do that coach, and it used to be 15,000 miles on that. I personally, my dad drove truck for a lot of years, and he did his oil changes every 30,000 miles, and he did it for 25 years and never had a problem. I am really nervous or goosey about that. I try to do mine at 20,000 miles. So not sure what you guys do out there, but yeah, 20,000 miles on a diesel pusher to me feels like, yeah, it might be pushing it a little bit. So, but I like it. Jim Bertrand, you guys are bad. Look at that. We got, whoa, Nelly. We've got Jim Bertrand. You guys are all kind of getting in there. So all right. I you know what, I'm only going to be here a couple more days, but we'll try to make that happen. So we will try to make that happen, but I have to get my heart ready for that. I'm 55 years old. I shouldn't be doing that stuff anymore, but then again I should. So Yes, you guys are talking in the background there. That I have seen Karen's Onan, and yeah, it's a great little generator. That is a working machine. They're bulletproof, but yeah, they aren't easy to do the oil changes on, so good on you for learning how to do that. Says it doesn't need or have a filter. I thought they did, so that's a new one on me. But can I wear the GoPro on the zip line? Let's see if we can get that up there. I can. I do have a chesty. I don't know how that exactly would work. I definitely will film it. If I'm going to make that happen, I'm definitely going to make that film that, and I will figure out how to film that so that I can get it out there. So, well, Nelly, we just went to get an oil change and 2 new front tires. Came out with $6,000 worth of work done. Front end was messed up. Oh my gosh. Oh, that breaks my heart. I feel for you. I'm so sorry. Hopefully everything is good though, and you guys were okay for that. That's a lot. And I have had stuff like that come up, and I'm not afraid to tear into it and fix that myself. My background is in construction, remodeling, and I do not have a background really in automotive, but I have a mind that I can, and thanks to YouTube and a lot of YouTubers out there, you can generally fix anything off of YouTube, and that's what I go after. So, oh yeah, there you go. That's exactly how you do it right there. I looked on YouTube with my exact model number. Perfect. So you got it, and I'm sure you did it right. So very good. That is awesome. Thrifty Angela is in the house. I think I missed a comment from you. So if I missed it, Angela, put it back up there so that I can see it. And what is that? Who did we have up there? How do we get back up there? Because that is let's see if we can find it. There we go. Thank you so much. That is Gary and Carol, RV Living Life, and they are throwing some funds. You guys have already thrown some funds, so definitely going to make the zip line work, and we will make that before I leave Las Vegas. I am just going to make that commitment in my mind, and hopefully my heart will hang in there with it. But thank you so much. So we will definitely make that happen. We will definitely make that happen. X Fired Up says, yeah, maybe stick with tent camping. Yeah, you start hearing about all that. Big major engine problems on a diesel pusher can run you, 30,000. It is cringeworthy. It is cringeworthy. And if that, knock on wood, I never want that to happen to anybody, let alone me. That would knock me out of the water. I'd be scrambling to figure out how I was going to make that work. So let's hope that I never have to do that. We'll keep doing the oil changes. We'll keep doing and making sure I stay up on the maintenance, because that's where it really... That's what it really comes down to, guys. Just keeping up with all of that stuff. They just Home on the Road just finished some major work on their rig too. New Bigfoot leveling system. Yeah, and I got to see them this morning and have coffee with them, and that was before I got the oil change done. They knew they had to leave. They were only staying for overnight. They were on their way out, and we had coffee this morning. I did get the oil done, guys, so hopefully you guys, I don't know where you made it to, but hopefully safely. And yeah, they had problems with their leveling system, and those aren't cheap to deal with either. So oh no, HC Carefree Highway, yeah, rig is currently in the shop. Inverter issues, new carb, and service for the generator. Yeah, didn't that? Oh my gosh, I feel for you. I feel for you, guys. That's why I do not mind helping with this stuff, especially it's stuff that if I know how to do it, because I know how expensive it can be to go to these RV shops, and that's why it's so important to get those references from other RVers, shops that they trust. I know Tom and Lori have recommend a shop that they love and they trust, and boy, that is just really important stuff. So oh my gosh, please hit the thank you. I appreciate that, Justin and Christina. I appreciate that. So I'm still gonna hold you guys to a live, so I'm waiting for it. Yeah, Jim Bertrand, 30,000 for a diesel engine. True story. That is a true story. So, and that might even be used. I know 20 years ago it was 15 grand. If things double, it's probably closer to 35 or more. And so, yeah, you really, I have heard of some awful repair bills off of these things, and it does scare me, guys. Absolutely, no doubt about it. You worry about that. You talk about all the different things, full-time RV life, and you worry about your rig breaking down. And there is something to be said. I know a lot of people, that's why they'll choose a fifth wheel, because they understand that that pickup truck that they haul that with can be replaced, and probably cheaper than what it would cost me to replace the engine on my rig. So there's something to be said for that, absolutely. And the new fifth wheels are just amazing. I can say that if I had to choose, I chose a Class A because I drove so many of them before finally, retiring and going out on the road and doing this. And so in my mind's eye, the Class A was the only way to go. Now, through the years of being in different Class A's and different fifth wheels, I would be hard pressed not to choose a fifth wheel now. So for a variety of reasons. So I really like them. Really like them. Oh, there's a good response right there. Watch the Next Exit series on the service center at Lazy Days. Was that a good one? Was that I do not remember that one. So that's awesome. Oh, that there you go. I found a godsend of a kind, sweet soul of a mobile repairman. He saved me some bucks and lessened my stress. I recommend him. Throw his phone number out there. You know, it looks like he's here in Vegas. Yeah, if you've got his phone number, throw it out there. I'll throw it up on the screen. I always like to hear that. That is Miss Karen. Hopefully nothing major. Hopefully you got that taken care of. So, yeah, if you throw the phone number up there, I'll see if I can't put that up there. Make that happen. Yeah, you got it. Fifth wheels are big bucks, and tow vehicles are also big bucks. So yeah, it's kind of 6 1 half dozen the other. There's something to be said though that a pickup truck generally is going to be cheaper to repair than a big diesel coach. So it is. I don't think there's any one right choice. You will always worry about that. It will always be a current concern, and that's why maintenance. It just goes on forever. So, oh yeah, Joan. Yeah, no bad news with Jed. Yeah, that was 2 years ago, and that was, WCRV cost Bob and Pearl over $10K, and it doesn't take long to get up there. Does not take long to get up there. Doug D is throwing the number up there. Is that the right number there, Doug? Did we have his name? See if we can get both of his name and his phone number up there. We'll throw him up there. And good on you guys for throwing that. I do not mind, putting that. There it is, right there. Miss Karen got it. Donnelly Mobile RV Maintenance, 702-435-8650. Hopefully you'll get maybe a couple jobs out of that if somebody sees this. So good on him. I always like to hear that stuff. Yeah, true story, isn't it? But you can buy used. You don't have to buy new. But yeah, it seems like any big pickup truck anymore isn't that scary? Guys, that's more than I paid for my first house, and it was a nice first house. I still have it to this day up in Oregon, and I paid $53,000 for that back in '92, and so that is just scary. All right, so let's see if we can't move on. We've already got half the hour here. We'll see if we can't come up with some Nomad news. So see if I can hide that. There we go. Awesome. X-Fan, we'll throw that up there. Got the tow. Need the fifth wheel. Been shopping, but it seems the ones I want are always sold by the time I get there. Yeah, so that's a little bit of what we talked about last week. And if you missed the one last week, so the RV industry is obviously going to see a huge increase in number of units. I should say the RV manufacturers are planning on a boom year of creating more than they ever have before. But the used market for RVs is really tough. And if you don't have a used RV right now, it is. If you've got one to sell, I can tell you it is a seller's market. And if you are trying to buy one, it is going to be really tough. RV dealers are basically saying they've got little to nothing in stock for used RVs, and I think this is part of the pandemic, what we talked about last week and what we've talked about in weeks past. So you're just seeing an increase in a lot of people trying to figure out what to do. They've lost their homes, or they had to sell their homes and try to figure out what to do because they're not working. So you're seeing a lot of people out there. And we're going to talk a little bit about that in Nomad News. So we'll go ahead and throw that up real quick. There we go. Since we're on that, we'll just go ahead and stick with that. So there's a number of YouTubers out there. We're going to do this in reverse order because I usually like to do the news first in general and then hit the YouTubers. But there's a number of YouTubers out that are reporting, and this one included, guys. The Thousand Trails here is full. Unless you're just looking for a day, or maybe a couple of days, chances are if you don't make that reservation at least 60 days out, you're probably not going to get in here. I had a little bit of trouble making the reservations for myself, and that was more than a month out, and that has changed since then. Even now, trying to get these reservations in is kind of tough. With that, though, is a boom in campgrounds. Campgrounds are full, or reporting really hard to make reservations for in places where you normally didn't have a problem. We're not talking about your big parks. We're talking about just the regular little campgrounds too. Anything that has full hookups is typically full, and we're probably going to see that through the rest of this year. They're not typically going towards boondocking. A lot of them are inexperienced with the boondocking. They're sticking with the hookups. They're sticking with what they know, and they're willing to pay the price for that. Thousand Trails, they're buying up and using those. So we that use the Thousand Trails are going to see a big increase in that. Now, it's interesting, if you didn't see Tom and Lori's video last week, they were talking about Boondockers Welcome, and they've always talked about Boondockers Welcome. And if you're looking for some, outlet, some way to find some place to, make reservations and go someplace, that would probably, just my guess, probably be a good one. But with that, the people that like me, who like to go into the parks every now and then, but we prefer to be out boondocking, we're leaving the parks. It's too full for us. I almost left already, but Tom and Lori showed up, and we are heading to Area 51 next, and we're kind of looking at the temperatures out that way. They are still really cold, low 30s out there for lows. So one of the fun things to do out there is stare at the stars and the skies at night. So the warmer the better, so we're kind of waiting on that. Otherwise, I would be out boondocking right now. What is that doing for the boondocking locations? They're starting to fill up. You're starting to show more and more, and the YouTubers are reporting that. More and more boondocking locations there's a lot more people out there. So if you haven't caught, I've talked about Camper Van Kevin, and he went through his cancer and surgery, and he is doing well. Then another touching video that where he, if you haven't watched the last 3 or 4 of Camper Van Kevin's videos, go back there and check those out. He's also on Facebook. Sounds like that's a great way to watch him. But if you're familiar with him, his dogs are everything to that man. And Tucker, his one of his dogs, is very sick. I mean, very sick. And hopefully that will turn out for him. His last video, it really was yeah, don't do that, Karen. She yeah, because it does. It was it was really scary for him. It sounds like Tucker is going to be okay, but it sounds like he's going to be in doggy hospital for a little while longer. So hopefully Tucker will be okay, and we'll just leave it at that. So the number one news item, though, I was going to go to, and when I started this up, is will vaccine passports or vaccine ID become a reality, and particularly will that become a reality for the RV travelers, the people that are out there traveling state to state. I think we're going to see it, and the article in Forbes, as of a couple weeks ago, talked about it. Forbes is reporting, yes, Forbes is reporting that governments desperate to reopen borders, restart the businesses, and get a return to normal, or at least what will be the new normal. They've already instituted restrictions on people coming into the country. You must have your COVID vaccinations and so forth. Chances are, and they are predicting that this will start coming into the United States, and we will probably see it with some states requiring businesses to not allow patronage. We'll see how this works. My guess is that any state-to-state travel that is restricted, that will hit the Supreme Court pretty quick, and we will just have to see what comes of that. But the direction that it is all going right now, it was a good article, and and Forbes is just kind of calling it like it is, and it is foreseeable that travel will likely follow suit. So we will see what happens with that, and if I hear anything more on that, we will just I will let you know. Absolutely. So I think that is it. Another good one I saw on Changing Lanes, another channel I like to keep track of, put out a video here. I'm sorry I can't put them up because I didn't make a banner for them so that you can see it. But Changing Lanes, they did a video, their latest one, RV storm preparedness. And guys, we haven't had major storms here, and we've gone through kind of, for the Southwest pretty easy. But good advice on RV storms preparedness, because I can tell you, Miss Karen and I got stuck in Kansas, and we weren't stuck, we were boondocking, we were staying at a lake. A tornado came into the air. We did make up a video on that one, but I have to tell you, that was scary. Now, you guys that are from the Midwest, you're used to those tornadoes. You may be used to them in a sticks and bricks house, but we're not used to them. And then add on to that, we're in an RV. And we did a lot of panic thinking that night. I remember trying to wonder if we should bring in the walls, how we should handle this storm that was hitting us, and with the potential of a tornado. It was scary, and good information on their video, Changing Lanes. Go check that out. It was interesting. I just did it the other day, boondocking up above Lake Havasu, really windy, 40-50 mile an hour winds, and I brought in the walls on that one side and there was a number of reasons for that. I also, if you have forethought, to park in the direction of the wind, which I was able to do, lessened the impact on me being in the coach. So yeah, don't get caught surprised if a storm comes up. I really like that video, so good on them for putting it out there. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we'll pull that down. That was it for Nomad News. And yeah, just a shout out. I saw you guys commenting on Kevin and little Tucker, and prayers go out to him and Tucker, making sure. X Fired Up says they're going full time but not planning extended stays. Yeah. Lots of love out there. Lots of love out there for Kevin and the Wolf Pack. So absolutely. Yeah. I love what Kevin did for his friend who stood by him. Go and watch. Absolutely. So. Oh yeah. Doug D says he just had a second shot of Moderna. Sick for 5 days. I've heard a lot of people reporting that. I am getting my vaccine, guys, but I don't get it until I get up to Reno, and so I'm not looking forward to that. And hopefully it wasn't bad. I've heard sick. I haven't heard that it was really bad, but I am kind of worried about it. I have to say. So I'll put that down there. So. See if I can scroll down. I did see, Karen didn't. She hadn't seen today's video. He did give an update on Tucker. It was encouraging. If you've been watching his Facebook page, Tucker, he's been keeping everybody up to date on Tucker's condition there. But today he kicked out a video and just said that he is recovering, and it did sound positive. So I don't know. So there's a question. In Canada, there are already specific reasons you have to get certain vaccines, mainly for going to school. It's all politics. Yeah. We're going to see how that works, guys. I don't know. In the United States, they have something very similar for the schools, but there are those that do opt out for their kids. I don't know exactly how that works, getting into an area I'm not that familiar with. So, oh boy. Wait, what is that? My dear friend's daughter just got the Johnson & Johnson. Major seizures and blood clots in the brain, presently still in the hospital ICU. Oh, that is scary. That is scary. And I've heard of reactions like that. I do worry about it, guys. I do worry about it. The X Fired Up. Let's see if we can put them up there. Had both shots. Nothing but a sore arm for 2 days. That's what we kind of hope for. So, yeah, so sad. Doug D. Hopefully their daughter will be okay. That's terrible. And I have heard those stories, guys. People getting sick. Yeah. Wow. 17 years old. 17 years old. That's scary. Looks like. Oh, really? Got the first Pfizer shot on the 1st of April, then got COVID on the 3rd. I think it saved my life. Okay. I don't know how that worked, but, there you go. It can go either way. I know a lot of people are holding off from getting the vaccine. I totally get it, guys, but my feeling is on it, and it is scary because yes, it is. There wasn't a lot of research. It wasn't, but There are millions of people dying from COVID, and there aren't millions of people dying from the vaccine. So I've got to trust that nobody's turning into zombies yet. And if nobody is still not turning into zombies by the time that I get to Reno, I will get the shot when I get up there. So. Oh wow, yeah, COVID went through the whole family. I heard that. It is, and there's, yeah, I got COVID from my wife. And Karen and I aren't sure if we didn't have COVID. She is looking back at the year before, and she's not sure she didn't have it. And I know that I have never been affected with it that I know of, so I don't think I ever have. I have been tested twice over the last year. Both times it just showed negative for COVID, but they didn't do a blood test to see if I had the antibodies, which would tell you that you did have it. So, yeah, no, you know what? I don't know what it's for, but Shottercraft threw an amen up there. So hopefully, don't know what that is. So yeah. It's, but we're not sure. We're not sure. Or are you talking about after, hon? I don't know if that was after we kind of split up or if that was before. But hopefully it wasn't after. But yeah, we were kind of wondering if if you had that before. So, yeah, there you go. At least 50% don't know that they have it, and that's why we were kind of questioning it. Yeah. So. Oh yeah, before. Yeah, that's what we were thinking of. Originally. So yeah, and it's possible. It's possible. I knock on wood, I don't even have any wood, guys. Last year was the healthiest year that I had. Yeah, went straight to my lungs. So yeah, but no long lasting effects from that. And yeah, we weren't sure if that was it or not, but last year I normally get a cold every fall and every spring, and in the last year I have had neither, and I still can't believe it, but I have to say this is the first year that I've ever had wearing the masks and the hand sanitizer and the whole 9 yards. And I am thankful. I am grateful for not being affected with that this year. So, how many of you are reading the sign back there, especially if you're watching this? Has there been any good specials or anything interesting up there? Because I just noticed over my head. I've been reading the comments, so I haven't been paying attention to it. But I can't see it. It's kind of, I don't know. There we go. I've been enjoying it, but now I want fajitas. Yeah, I just noticed that behind me. They got some dinner specials, and I have not made anything for dinner tonight. I may have to go in there and get some dinner. I don't know. Fajita special. Is that tonight? Tell me that's tonight. Maybe I'll go in there. Tuesday is normally my Taco Tuesday, but I can bend a little bit for fajitas. So oh boy, yeah. Gary said I have 5 serious pre-existing conditions and thought I was done. Miss Karen and I were both worried about it. We both. Both of us are susceptible, and so we did really take it easy, and we are very careful about going into stores or anything else. So yeah, we were also worried about that. Putting that up there. Oh, Home on the Road. Keep up on the research that's out there for the vaccines. There's so much available about those who have passed from both. Knowledge is power. Yeah, there is something to be said for both sides of the coin there. So I know some people are for it, some are against it. I'll tell you guys, as a former military, as a veteran, and what I believe in, me personally, and this is not political, this is me personally. I believe that we have a free country here. We should not have mandates or vaccine passports. I believe that one of the reasons why this country is so great is because we do have the freedom to decide for ourselves what we want to do, what we want to do with our body, what we want to put into that body. And I believe that stripping those freedoms in any sense of the form, and I don't care if you believe it's right or wrong, anytime that you strip those freedoms, it's wrong, in my opinion. So I'm glad that everybody's wearing the mask, but I'll get off my soapbox. I'll just leave it alone. I'll leave it alone. But I do wear the mask. I do appreciate not getting sick over the last year, and I do appreciate not getting COVID. But it was my choice to wear the mask. I treated it in my mind to do that. And if I didn't want to wear the mask, then I didn't go into the store. I didn't go and visit with friends. And that was my choice, and that's the way this country is supposed to work. So take it for what it's worth. That's just from one veteran. That is what makes our country great, and the government needs to leave it up to the people and make the decision for themselves. So the military gives you shots for everything. We sure did, and we didn't get a choice when we were in the military. Freedoms kind of go out the window. You kind of trade that when you sign on the bottom line and you raise your right hand, and they kind of stamp U.S. Army on your butt, and you belong to them for however long that enlistment is, and that's okay. But I think I received about 21 shots going into the military, as I remember. A fresh, boyish face of 18 years old, and it was a assembly line of vaccines, and we just one after the other. It was pretty intense. For an 18-year-old kid, it was pretty intense. So thank you. I see support out there. I appreciate it. Yeah. That was my choice too. It made sense to me. Yeah, absolutely. What is going on with temperatures out there, guys? Are you guys oh my gosh, yeah, there's a blast from the past. I don't even think they do that anymore. But I think I still have on one shoulder or the other, I still have it. They left a flower pattern on your skin, and I had that scar for years, and that was kind of, anybody questioned if I was in the military or not, all I had to show is that, because it seemed like that was the only people that the only ones that did that. So if you remember that little flower pattern, chances are you were military. But I don't know. Like I said, I was 18 years old. I had no idea. They just said, stand in this line and do what you're told. So for the most part, I did what I was told. But we've got good temperatures there. Hopefully you guys are warming up, watching the temps for Area 51 and going out there. They are supposed to be warming up by the end of this next week. So we'll play it by ear. We'll see what's happening with that, and as soon as we can get out there, we will. But I believe Tom and Lori are going out there, and they're going to join me, and we'll see if we can catch something in the night skies above there. It's always fun to do. I was not looking forward to doing that by myself, however, so I did have a backup plan. That backup plan will remain, and will for another time. another trip, another adventure, because that one I'm really looking forward to too. So South Carolina, highs in the 80s and low 50s. Yeah. Jim Bertrand is out. He's heading on out. Thanks for stopping by, Jim. It's always great to have you. You have a good night, and we will see you next week. And enjoy the zip line, Dave. Yeah, absolutely. How about when we were kids, we had to stand in line for the polio sugar cubes. Yeah, I remember those. Do they still do that? I don't even know. I remember the sugar cubes, and we just thought we were getting sugar cubes. And for a kid, hey, it's all good. I'll take 2 if you like. RV living life. And they're up in Canada, 70 and sunny here yesterday, 60 and rain today. So, yeah, WCRV Adventure. Oh, we put it up there. There we go. Sounds like it'd be fun. Area 52. Yeah, Area 51. Area 52, I'm not sure what it is, but there is an Area 52. We're not going there, but it is always fun going there. It is a good time to disconnect, and we will be disconnecting and probably touching back in. I think the last time we did it is about every 3 days, trying to go back into town and check, upload videos, check emails, answer questions or anything else. It's usually not for more than a couple hours, and then we head on back out and watch the skies. So we will definitely. Yeah, there we go. All right there. Yeah. So, but upper 80s today. Yesterday, but storms most of today. Yeah, you can see it's a little cloudy here. It has kept the temperatures down. It is darn near perfect. I don't know, if I had to guess, I'd have to say it is about 74 degrees. It feels darn near perfect. So really loving it here, and seeing that cold weather up there, I'm not looking forward to do that. 52 and sunny in Southwest Oregon, heading into the mid 70s this week. Yep, absolutely. That's Oregon is starting to warm up. Don't plant anything. Don't plant your flowers until after May, though. I'm just saying. So, are we going to go out and check the black mailbox? Okay, so here's what's fun about going out there this time, guys. Tom and Lori have been there. They've been to the Alien Inn out there. But they haven't really explored the area. They haven't spent a lot of time out there. So I am really excited to go and show them around. And we are going to go up to the back gate, possibly the front gate. And we are going to Black Mailbox. And if you didn't see that last year, we filmed that on the way to a live that we did while we were out there last year. And so, yeah, we will definitely be going to, because Tom and Lori are you got to see Black Mailbox when you go out there. So, yeah, absolutely. 28. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's too cold. No. I'll tell you what I've wanted to do up there at Area 51, and we're just going to wrap it up because we only have about a minute left, guys, so I'm going to say my good nights. But what I've always wanted to do is ride that area up there, but I can't ride it without having somebody with me there, because I do not want to disappear and be abducted and nobody to see it, or at least post the video on the internet. So we'll one of these days. I think somebody asked if I had managed to get a hold of or get together with Cowboy Adventure Rider. I've not. Don and I kind of missed, and hopefully we will come back together again. So hopefully we'll be able to do a little bit of riding together. And if Don sees this afterwards, hey Don, how about going out there and riding Area 51? I'll throw it out there. Maybe we can make it a plan. That would be a lot of fun. I think that's going to wrap this one up, guys. The parking lot is kind of filled up because I think somebody said they had fajitas, so that's sounding pretty good. I may end up going and getting fajitas after we get off of here. So you guys have a good week. I'm so glad that you came along. Appreciate you guys. If you're new here to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Definitely hit that bell, and you will get a notification when we go live. I enjoy having you guys here. It is fun to for you guys to interact and be part of this. So I appreciate you all. You guys have a good night. Miss Karen, have a good night. X-Fired Up. Whoa, Nelly. Jim Bertrand, who already left, but we'll say good night to him. HC Carefree Highway. Thrifty Angela, glad to see you again. And you guys all have a good night. We will see. RV Living Life. I can't leave without saying good night to you guys too. You guys have a good week. We are going to see you guys next week. I don't know from where. I don't know from where. I will find out together. You guys take care. All right.